Hey, this is Dr. Aaron Turpeau here, enjoying this beautiful late winter day in Atlanta, Georgia. Out here with my wife, Michelle. All right, we are enjoying this nice spring of 2021 out here, enjoying the nice fresh air. We just wanted to invite you today to our what we call our daily walk. So this is the Turpeau walk, and we just want to talk about some topics. One of the things we just finished talking about was the frustration that we have with people not taking this pandemic seriously. And so it's been a frustration for us. We're out here enjoying it. We're out here by ourselves. We're not getting up on anybody. That's why we don't have our mask on. But usually when we're out, we're having our mask on. And we see a lot of people not having their mask on, and it's just real frustrating for us. Michelle, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, only that you can't control what other people are doing, even though you want to try to control. You just hope that people exercise common and practical sense. And you learned from this pandemic that people really don't have common and practical sense, which is why oftentimes common and practical sense has to be legislated or mandated or just simply requested strongly. But my issue today is indeed about the pandemic and about keeping our family safe, in particular our parents and kids. Both of our parents are elderly. Unfortunately, I lost my dad a year ago, but my mom is still around, and she is a typical woman of her age, somewhat frightened of a lot of things, and living in New York, but hadn't always lived in New York, at least as of recent. And now she's contemplating moving back to North Carolina because the pandemic is kind of getting close and she's scared. And I basically reacted to her telling me this not very well, saying, "I told you so, why'd you move to New York," all that stuff, after our father's death. But it's what she wanted to do. Now she's afraid. She wants to go back to North Carolina, which is where they had been for around almost 20 years. I think it's a great idea. Less people, less exposures. And I think that in this age of COVID and the pandemic, all of us need to exercise a lot more common sense in decisions that we make. What do you think?
Yes, I believe that we need to be wearing our mask out here. It's frustrating. I get upset when I go to businesses and when I see the employees sometimes not having masks. I went into a restaurant just yesterday, and they had a sign on the door, mask required. I got up in there, and by the time I got to the register, the woman at the cash register didn't have a mask on. I'm like, what? So I told her, I said, hey, I'm not comfortable with you not having a mask on. All right, I mean, you got a sign on the door, and I come up here, and you're not wearing a mask. I said, that's hypocritical. She said, well, yes, sir. She was polite. She was nice. She was a young girl. She said, yes, sir. Well, my mask didn't fit. Well, I said, you need to find a mask from somebody that does fit. Because even if you don't have any symptoms, even if you've been vaccinated, people don't understand this and they need to. Even if you've been vaccinated, you can still get infected with the virus and be a spreader. And so that's why we want to make sure that everybody's wearing their masks and keeping your distance 6 feet apart. And practice washing your hands, all the things they tell us to do. And so I think we need to be much more disciplined about that.
I think we also need to understand that even though you might have taken the vaccine, that is no end all to be all, meaning that you can still catch COVID and or you can still be a carrier.
The vaccine just helps your symptoms not be so bad. A lot of people don't understand that. so once they get vaccinated. So I've been vaccinated now. I can go out here and do that. That's not the case. You can still get infected and still spread it. You just won't be hurt as bad.
Or more importantly, you can be a younger person still around your parents and who might not be vaccinated yet. Or even if they are, you can still be a young person around your parents. And all of these vaccines are no more than 95% effective.
Which is great.
Which is wonderful. But
Get the vaccine.
Absolutely. But there is still always that percentage. Which is, again, why the experts are saying to still wear your mask. Still stay 6 feet apart.
So let's not be selfish. Even if you're not afraid of being hurt by COVID, you can still get infected. The virus goes up into your nasal cavity, it lives up there. When you breathe out, you can spread it out to other people, and they can get infected. So even though you might be okay, you might be infecting others. So how about let's not be so selfish and wear your mask?
And let's do it not just for ourselves, but for each other. For our parents, for our children, for our neighbors. Let's start caring about one another again. That's what we're about.
All right, folks, so that's our rant today on the Turpeau Daily Walk. We'll probably do some more daily walks and topics for the day. If you have comments or thoughts about anything that we talked about today, please do list it on your comments below. Or if any ideas that you'd like to hear us talk or have a little rant about on our daily walks, let us know. Thank you for joining us. I encourage you all to get out this year, enjoy the sun, get your vitamin D, get some fresh air, and do that more. And it's a great intimate time for couples. You know, I'm the Black Love Doctor, and this is what I promote all the time. So get out, enjoy life. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.